Hello, everyone. Welcome once again to He Still Speaks Now Listen. He Still Speaks Now Listen is my website where I put small spiritual nuggets, things that I look at throughout the day. I get a good idea of what I want to write, and then I decide to put on the website because I know people can benefit from the things I have written and the things I've said. So I want to share something with you. Hopefully, that you will get something from it also. I must confess to you that I discriminate. We have heard the word discrimination throughout the course of our lives, and it's always used in the form of racism, whites against whites, blacks against black, and other races. So I must confess, I discriminate. Do you? Hopefully you will agree with me that you too discriminate. After hearing this message, will you say that you discriminate, or you will ignore that you are discriminating against self and against others? And I'm going to give you the definition of discrimination. Discrimination is a treatment or consideration of or making a distinction in favor of or against a person or thing based on the group, class, or category to which that person or thing is perceived to belong to rather than the individual. Some individuals of the same race have unfairly discriminate against their own kind because of the color of their skin, they have a college background, they have a better job than themselves, or for whatever reason that they deem as a form of discrimination against them. People use discrimination to achieve what? Their own personal goals. Whether you drop out of school or you blame others for your lack of trying, you use your race to say, well, I deserve this or I deserve that. But we must recognize the difference between discrimination, true discrimination, not based on what the world is telling us, the news media is telling us, the politicians are telling us, or those who they speak for us. We must recognize that we need not be played in the race card game of discriminating against people for whatever reason. We must understand that things are different. People are different. I have an old saying, there's no one diet that fit all women. Everybody has to go on their own diet. Everyone has a different body composition. We all discriminate against people, things, every day of our lives. How, you may ask? When you got up this morning out of your bed, either the night before or early that morning, you decide that you want to put on a certain outfit for that day. You open the closet and you decide, well, I'm going to choose this dress if you're a female. I'm going to choose this outfit if you're a male. You have actually discriminated against a particular thing. May be funny, but you did. Discrimination is making a distinction in favor of or against a person or a thing. So you can discriminate against a thing. When you bought your car, did you discriminate against one car dealership or another car? When you take your method of travel to work, did you discriminate on what road path you should take to and from work or to wherever you're going? Yes, that's a form of discrimination. When you decide to book a flight or take a vacation, you made a selection. You discriminate against the other airline carriers and rent a car and motel. So you see, we all discriminate. When you decide to go to the grocery store, you decide one over another because of a sale or clothing store. You have discriminated against a thing. There's nothing wrong with that. But we need to be aware that the word discrimination is not only about race. We hear it all the time. Yes, black males and females, black race and white race. Every race discriminate in some form of another. They make discrimination based on what's in their best interest, and they go forth to do or say whatever it pleases them. We need to begin to wake up from being asleep, It's like the movies say, The Night of the Dead or the zombie movie. You are awake, your eyes are open, your ears are open, but you're dead. You're walking around in this world of darkness, lack of understanding. Begin. We discriminate. Don't be so quick to say that that person is discriminating against you. Don't be so quick to say, I'm being discriminated against. Ask yourself why. Always tell people, ask yourself why. Why am I being told one thing and I see another? Begin to question why you're told something. Is it for that other person gain, to put you in harm's way, to cause problems on you, be put upon you? Be careful. Discrimination is not a bad word. It's in the context it's used by the user. People use discrimination, the word discriminate, for their own personal gain, to keep you on their own plantation of ideas and belief. And how, when you begin to wake up from the world of discrimination and begin to think for yourself, you have decided to escape from the plantation of that person. So how can they get you back? They whip you with lies and accusation to bring you back to their plantation of ideas and belief. And then they give you little bits of truth and lies to keep you on their plantation, all along deceiving you, thinking that they are doing you a good service, but yet they have a hidden agenda to keep you on their plantation to be used at their disposal. Begin to question. Yes, we all discriminate every day of our lives. It is the choice that we use that word. Don't use the word, I'm being discriminated against because you didn't finish school. I'm being discriminated against how I look. All that may be true. The person may be discriminating against you, but you are responsible on how you handle their discrimination. Should you handle it with fire or should you handle it with truth? Begin to recognize that you are responsible for your choices. And all the choices that you're making based on self, what you think, what you feel, what you believe, what you want, how it benefits you, how it affects you, guess what? There's a spirit of God out there that he also has a will and opinion. So when we make our choices, are we making our choices based on what we think, feel, want, and believe? Or are we making our choices based on God's opinion, God's word, and what he wants us to do? Because if you read the scriptures and read the Bible, God has used a lot of men that had character flaws. Who are we to say this person is not being used by God because they have a certain attitude or a certain lifestyle? Who to say that God is looking at their spiritual potential, that they can do the work that he wants to do through them? God must have an individual. It's not about a person that goes to church 24/7 or every day they're in the church or they're into the word. It's the heart of the individual. Begin to discriminate your own thoughts. When you make choices, and I'm guilty of it too. I am a sinner born by birth. We all are sinners. No, I'm not perfect. We all are not perfect. We are to be told the truth and work toward perfection, an ongoing battle to do right and to do wrong, a struggle to not to do wrong, but do right. But we see there's a war in our mind causing us to fight against doing right and doing what's wrong. And most people don't even bother to make a difference between discriminating against right and wrong. They just do it because why? God is not in their heart. God is too far away from them. He's not even manifested in them. Because if he was manifesting in them, the choices that they make, they will question them and eventually fight them off and not do it. And if they don't choose to fight, they decide to follow the other side. We must begin to question everything that we say. We must begin to know the difference between right and wrong, righteous and unrighteous, and follow after the truth. Don't be led down the dark path because someone say they are discriminating against you because of the color of your skin, your wealth, your lack of wealth, where do you live, who you came from, unwed mother, unmarried father, or pregnant out of wedlock, or whatever they're telling you. Those things are wrong. People should address you in the righteous ways because when people are attacking you, you must always ask yourself, why? Why are they attacking you? And you are responsible for how you respond to them. Should you respond with hate and anger and bitterness and bad words and bad choices? No, you must respond. It may hate you. You must forgive them for what they have done. Pray for them, look the other way, tell them the truth, and walk off. I have no power. You have no power to change or make anyone do something or to say something. They will have to choose. And when they choose, they will reap what they sow. They are responsible for what's happening to them, not you. We all are responsible for the choices we make. We must begin to realize it's not about us. We are living on this earth right now for a purpose. Why do I do the things I do? Because I have to. Why do I do the things I do? Because I know that I have to do it. Do I do it for wealth? It be the whatever money I get, it'll be the fruit of my labor. But I still have to. We must recognize and discriminate within ourselves, make a difference in what we are doing and what we are saying and how we respond. It's not about us, what we want, what we feel, what we believe. And we say, I'm going to sit on the side of the fence because I don't want to deal with politics. We're going to sit on the side of the fence because I don't want to talk about religion. Then if you're sitting on the side of the fence, then I'll ask you this question. What side are you going to fall off? The side that make you feel good, make you feel wanted, make you feel it's all about you? Or are you going to fall off the side of the unknown where you have to land into the lap, figuratively speaking, of God, where he said, that is my choice, that is my opinion, that is my belief, follow after me. Make a discrimination, make a distinction between the choices you make in your life from this day forward. Take the example that I use. When you wake up in the morning and you leave work, throughout the course of our daily lives, we are constantly choosing, discriminating against someone or something or some object. It may be funny, it may be simple, you may have never thought of it, but it's the truth. We all discriminate. That is my confession to you. Forgive me for discriminating against you, and forgive me for discriminating against anyone. And you should do the same thing. It's not about the other person. They should ask you to forgive them. We must forgive them. Thank you for visiting He Still Speaks Now Listen. Once again, you can visit my website, hestillspeaksnowlisten.org, and check out my blog and check out the different topics that I wrote on. And you can go to the YouTube channel and type in Take It to the Street. It's another variation. I call it exercise from the mind. You can do exercise in the streets, in local parks or whatever. And you don't have to be a member of a gym. So Take It to the Streets is also from me. He Still Speaks Now Listen. You can type into the YouTube channel. And I also have a Facebook page, He Still Speaks Now Listen, Facebook. So be blessed until we meet again through the video airwaves. Take this lesson at heart. Begin to trust in He Still Speaks Now Listen. Trust because everything around you is constantly speaking to you. The problem is, are you willing to listen and learn from the very thing that you're looking at? That is what He Still Speaks Now Listen is about. It is to cause you to think, to look at things and say, am I doing this? Am I doing that? How can I be free? How can I receive help? Should I die to myself? Should I seek out questions and answers about my circumstances? Or should I remain in the whirlpool that's constantly slowly pulling me down into the spiritual drain? We all have a purpose in life. Yes, some people get married, have kids, and get babies, and live a life that may be fine. Then there are others like myself begin to question what purpose, what reason, why am I here? I have done the things in life. I have sinned. I have done this. I have done that. I must have a purpose. Who am I? Why am I here? That is what I'm always constantly thinking of. Be blessed until we meet again. Thank you.